Guys, what is up? Outcast Nation back again. I'm sorry for the lack of quality on this video. It's just because my laptop camera is quite shit, and I tried it on my phone, but my phone ran out of storage, so I was like, oh, I can't bother to delete anything, so I have to do it on my laptop. But anyway, here you guys can persevere and sort of, watch the video anyway. This video is talking about this club here, Manchester City, and about our manager, that is Pep Guardiola. People have been saying since he came to England he's been described as an actual fraud rather than the masterclass tactician we've known him to be for the past 6-7 years or whatever he's been managing since 2008, I think. I believe if those people are calling him a fraud, he's not. He's had one season in the Premier League, and he hasn't been given that much time to sort of, develop as a manager, develop his ways with the club. He's managed Man City, and with the squad. I mean, yeah, sure. In the summer, he brought in about 100 something million on new players like Bravo, Nolito, Sane, people like that. But he lost like Joe Hart, a loyal hero for us. But still, he's not a fraud. Just because, right, I've been saying this for a while now. The English Premier League is probably one of the most competitive leagues in the world. Probably up there with one of the most. And Germany and Spain, where he managed before with Bayern and Barca, aren't. I mean, I'm honestly just saying, Spain, for the past, 10 years, it's been two-horse race. Apart from one win, Atletico did in the title, it's been Barca or Real. In the Champions League as well, Spain normally dominate with teams. And with Germany, it's normally a one-horse race. Bayern have won it 5 times in a row nearly. RB Leipzig are pretty much using their money to get up there. It's pretty much money based because Bayern have got such a great team since they buy off other people in the own country. Like Dortmund, for example, with Lewandowski, Hummels, Goetze, when he was shit. But yeah, last season Leicester won the league. Leicester won the league in England. Juventus won in Serie A for the 5th time in a row. Bayern won in the 5th time in a row, as I've said. Barca, I think, won it last year. I can't remember who won it, and PSG won it. So the Premier League is most competitive because Leicester can win the league with their team. It's been shit this season apart from past 4 games. But I'm going to say that Pep Guardiola is not a fraud. Okay, he's been given one season, and every media outlet out there is slating him for saying, "Oh, your decision was shit that game," or "You let Hart together and brought in Bravo, who is actually ironic because he's shit." To which I say, yeah, fuck off. Basically, Pep wanted to buy Bravo for his decision with goalkeepers. Basically, Hart is a good goalkeeper, but he didn't live up to the standard of Pep Guardiola, which was play around from the back. I know that's a mistake, and he should have kept Hart around. But he didn't. I can't really do anything about that. He loaned out Hart to Torino and bought in Bravo. But that was the worst bloody mistake of this season. Or anything, like I could say the Monaco game, yeah, sure. But honestly, the worst mistake is buying Bravo because we dropped him for Caballero of all people, who's probably even shitter than Bravo. I'm sorry, no offence to Caballero, by the way. He's but he's not like Neuer or even Hart. Caballero's Caballero. He was shit. And the other players we bought, they haven't lived up to the expectation. It's not Pep Guardiola's fault. It's the players, to be fair. The players he's brought in haven't worked out well, and you can't really do anything about that, can you? You start to flick a switch and be like, right, you're going to play well this season, and every season we buy you. You're not going to play well this season. We're going to play well next season. Gabriel Jesus, injured. Gundogan, injured. Sane's just come into his own this season. Like, well, for the past, 4 months, since, October or whatever he's been in. Before that, he wasn't even playing. Lito, he's not even starting anymore. And there's a huge fight to get him in the summer. Bravo, like we said, shit. Stone's too expensive. And the young players we bought, only loaned them out. Rulli, I think we loaned him out to Sociedad for the season. Moreno, loaned him out for the season. Zinchenko, bought him from one team, loaned him out to PSV to get him some game time. What? But I'm not making a good point, am I here? I'm saying that Pep Guardiola is a fraud. He's not a fraud. He's been in one season in probably the hardest league in the world. And I think Man City are third now anyway. So they're not doing too badly, but I see how fans can get annoyed because we're out of the Champions League, we're pretty much out of the title race because Chelsea are too far ahead. But that's what I mean. That Pep Guardiola is a fraud. By the way, if I keep messing around my hair, I've just been to work today, so I don't like it. That's what I mean. Guardiola's a fraud. Alright, let's take for example. Alright, we'll go with Klopp. Jurgen Klopp. For his first pretty much season or half his season he had, he was not that good, honestly. He wasn't that good. He was probably up to standard with Guardiola. But the thing I'm afraid of is that there's teams in this league that if they hire a manager that does terribly, they sack them. Ranieri won the league with Leicester, gets sacked. Moyes didn't do particularly bad with Man United, got 7th place, and was looking to improve the squad, gets sacked. Van Gaal won the FA Cup, got sacked. Di Matteo, when he was at Chelsea, won the Champions League, or the Europa League, got sacked. Like what? I know Pellegrini got sacked because he didn't win anything in the last 2 years. He won the league in his first year. 2 years on, didn't win anything at all, and left. And he kind of left. He left when we announced Guardiola because he was like, "Oh yeah, I don't want to be here if you don't want me." I'm like, "Yeah, we do want you." And then we announced Guardiola, and he was like, "All right." So, but Guardiola isn't a fraud. Depending on what happens this season, just give him time. Next season, next window, he'll bring in his own players because he's got more time in the summer, and hopefully some really good players. Like maybe all I really want. I'm gonna name 2 players that I want. I'm not gonna say that. Oh yeah, go in and pick these 2 players because of me. But I think you should get Grimaldo and Kimmich. Grimaldo is a good left back that can play either. Actually, no, forget Grimaldo. Benjamin Henrichs from Leverkusen. He can play left back and right back. He's young, he's like 20, 21 years old. He's versatile, as I said. He plays left back and right back. He's quick, he's strong. He can probably adapt to the Premier League style. Now, with the other player I said, who the fuck am I going to say? Kimmich, that's the one. He's versatile as well. He can play right back. He can play CDM. He can play CM. He can play centre back if he wants to. We need versatile players that can play fullback because we've got right back Zabaleta and Sanya, who are both over 30 years old, and then left back we've got Clichy and Golov, who are over 29, 30 years old as well. We need someone young. That's why we're dealing with Bayern and Alaba and these type of players like Grimaldo, like I've said. But we play our fullback's a centre back, Kolarov. What the fuck's he doing at centre back? He's shit. But yeah, I'm just saying, give Guardiola some more time, and don't need for slating him when he's had 1 season in the Prem. And admittedly, he hasn't done that much for us as a club, but he has helped us with this. We are now probably, if anyone says, "Oh yeah, name the top 10 best teams in the world," we'll probably be up there. Along with, like the Uniteds, the Barca. In 2008, we weren't. When we got bought over, we weren't one of the best teams in the world. We got bought over and got transformed with the money, but it's not just because of money, not because of buying players. We've developed the academy, we've developed the stadium. I know our stadium doesn't even fill out most of the time, but if people still go and watch the game, then I know most people don't go and see it because it's like the empty had, which, but honestly, like, people saying that Guardiola's a fraud after what 7-8 months in charge of City, that is wrong. That's wrong. All this like, oh yes, Conte actually should be the one setting the manager examples of Guardiola. Conte did it with his system. Conte found out the players he wanted, bought his players, but developed the system around the players he's already got, and stuck with it. And look where they are now. Guardiola doesn't have that. Yeah, we have the players, but Guardiola keeps changing his system because he's not sure what works best for the team, and that's why we're struggling this season. By next season, Guardiola must have a specific system that he thinks that De Bruyne, Silva, Aguero, Yaya, Fernandinho, Otamendi, Company if he's fit, Sterling, Sane can all work around and play and do well in that system. But to be fair, we're probably going to finish about third this season, and we'll have to wait until next season, won't we? So yeah, I guess that's it really. I don't even know what this video is about, just talking about Man City in general, to be fair. I didn't even mention why Pep Guardiola isn't a fraud. I just said that Premier League is like one of the best leagues in the world, so yeah. Alright, please leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below about any collabs you want me to do with people, or, you know, discussion videos like who will I sign if I was City boss and everything like that. I don't know what I'd do, but, you know, go for it, leave a comment, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.